Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Once again, this your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Yeah, the day of January 29th, 2020. And we're gonna do this video as a follow-up to the last video that we did. We didn't have enough time to really go in full detail, but I want to put a few things out there. We want to talk about war versus food for the poor. Now, in the last video, I mentioned how, starting April 1st, hey, son, you want to say hey? With my little big head. Yeah, he's supposed to be in school today, but ran into some trouble. But anyway, we talked about in the last video how, come April 1st, a lot of people are going to be removed from the SNAP program. SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Something Program. Food stamp. That's what everybody commonly know it as food stamp program. And we have, I see we have a lot of viewers on that. We have almost 200 some viewers on that video, and we thank y'all for viewing it. All those who want to go back and check it out, you can. But let me ask y'all a question. Again, I want to emphasize this point. Donald Trump is saying in order to save $5 billion over the next 5 years, he's going to basically gut the food stamp program. You know, basically what they're saying is that able-bodied people who do not have children should be able to go out there and work, and they don't need food stamps. But I beg to differ. You have something called the working poor. That means a person can get out here and work 2 jobs, 2 part-time jobs every day, and still not be able to afford food, to buy food. Literally, you have millions of cases of people who actually work, but due to rent, electric, gas, water, and all these things, these people are barely making it from week to week. When you look at it, really, they say the average person in America is only 1 paycheck away from being homeless. So you have what is called the working poor. Now, they like especially Trump, like to parade around the fact that job creation is at its high, all-time high, especially for African Americans. But guess what? Most of those jobs are service industry jobs, meaning McDonald's, or fast food restaurants, or something like that, working at a hotel, you know, making beds for minimum wage. Minimum wage is not a living wage. Minimum wage is basically the minimum amount that they have to pay you, because if you read the show, if they could pay you less, they will. Hence, look at the immigrants coming over here working for $4, $5 an hour. You see what I'm saying? So you have a group of people called the working poor, but also you have a bunch of people who are mentally ill and can't really hold down a job. You know, you have homeless people here. Now think about this. Let's go back to this fact. Again, Donald Trump is saying that he wants to save $5 billion over the next 5 years by cutting food stamps. But yet, Congress just gave him $150 billion for weapons of war. Israel gets $10 million a week from the United States government. Your money, your tax money, and my tax money. We're giving Israel $10 million a week so that they can continue to suppress and oppress the Palestinians. But yet and still, you want to cut food stamps for people. Now, I admit there's a lot of abuse in the food stamp program, and something has to be done. But you don't just throw a person out in the cold, man. Now, what's going to happen? A lot of these people going to turn to crime. Those who are not on drugs, you know what I'm saying, and really need this money, you're putting those people in a bad situation. Because think about it. You have convicted felons right now that are struggling trying to find jobs. And in order to take care of themselves, they need those food stamps, man. So I'm not sitting up here saying that, you know, there's not a need to for some kind of reform in the food stamp program, but you just don't throw a person out in the cold, you know, after they didn't have the safety net, to help them feed themselves, man. They had this safety net. Now all of a sudden you take it from them, so you throw them immediately into further into poverty. Think about this. The $150 billion that Congress just gave Donald Trump, which shows you that the Democrats don't give a crap about nobody either, man, because they sit up here and say that they hate Donald Trump so much, but they just gave him $150 billion to go out and continue illegal wars of conquest. But at the same time, they allowed him to cut food stamps. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at what's going on overall, it's like they don't give a damn. Because you could take that $150 billion. I think most experts say, and you can go and research this, that for $20 billion, you could end homelessness in America. Now, that's a recurring $20 billion every year. But hell, every year we giving upwards of $100 billion to the military-industrial complex. So you could take $20 billion a year and nobody in America has to be homeless. Literally. But they would rather go out and fight these illegal wars so that these oil companies, so that these pharmaceutical companies and all these corporations can make money. Because I'm going to just keep it real. Our military is nothing more than henchmen for a mafioso type government. Our government leaders are nothing more than organized crime. They're criminals. These folks are worth tens of millions of dollars. How the hell do you become worth like what's Elizabeth Warren? Now Nancy Pelosi, Democratic Speaker of the House. Think about it. This woman been in politics all her life. We know her salary is probably less than just say $200,000 a year. How is she worth over $100 million? I think it was President Roosevelt said that the only people, it was one of these presidents said, the only people who get rich in politics are crooks, are criminals. Think about it. She makes less than $200,000 a year, but she's worth over $100 million. And her whole career has been spent in politics. So guess where she get that money from? She's taking money from the special interest groups and lobbyists for the corporations, while at the same time, she's allowing Trump to basically put more and more people into hunger, a state of hunger. Because again, these people are going to have to feed themselves some way. So guess what happens now? They go to jail, and who does that benefit? The prison industrial complex. So we have to start really asking questions, and not just asking questions. Now let me go down and give a solution, because I believe for every problem there is a solution. The solution is, man, we got to get off social media, get out this fake ass world of fake reality that we're living in through social media, through television, through entertainment, and we have to engage our elected leaders. It's one thing to get on here and talk about it, but it's another thing to get on your phone and constantly call your state senator, your United States senator, your representative. I'm talking about it's time to get on the phone and tell them, hell no. If you don't do what's right, you got to go. We're going to vote these people out. Now, I'm going to be real. I'm going to go on another different tangent for a second. That's one of the most important reasons why we have to get somebody in there like Bernie Sanders. Now, even if Bernie, no matter who gets into the office of president, the special interests, the corporations, going to control them to an extent. But I believe Bernie is probably the only one who will have the guts to fight them. All these Trump supporters were so happy with Trump, saying that he's going to end the illegal wars. He's going to create all these jobs. He has not really. Actually, he's got in and increased the bombing, the drone strikes that Obama started. That Obama intensified, rather, because you got to realize Barack Obama was nothing more than a black face on a white agenda. And under Barack Obama, he started 3 new illegal wars. Yemen, Syria, and then they went back into Libya. It was another war that Obama, believe it or not, Obama helped overthrow the rightfully elected government of the Ukraine and basically turned that state over to a bunch of Nazis. So yeah, nobody that ever actually gets in the office of president is going to be able to fulfill their best desires because they're too controlled by corporate entities. Now again, let's go back to the food stamp thing. Again, I at one point, I was getting food stamps for my son because I would get out here, man. I had just got out of prison, man. You know, I put that out there. You know, it's not a badge of honor, but yeah, I had to beat these folks on a life sentence, man, behind selling some marijuana. They tried to give me life for selling some pounds of some shit that they sell tons of every day. And when I got out, believe it or not, because I was a convicted drug dealer, they said I couldn't even get food stamps. But when I got my son, you know what I'm saying, custody of him, they allowed me to get food stamps for him. Man, them food stamps came in handy, bruh, because I'm out here, man, working these little menial jobs, you know, just trying to provide a place for him to stay, you know, lights, water, heat, you know what I'm saying? And I was not making enough to basically buy groceries. You know, or either shoes or socks at some time for myself, but I always made sure that he had it. I didn't abuse them, man. I used them as a stepping stone. Hey, I'm still in a pretty, you know, I ain't gonna say bad state, but I'm not doing great at all. I'm doing fine. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I can at least pay my bills, but all that extra money, I can use them food stamps right now. You know, you stop and think about it. I got a 9-year-old son who's growing, y'all see how big my son is. He loves to eat. I can't afford $100 of worth food a week. I can't even really afford, I barely can afford $50 a week to feed him, man. So when it comes down to it, look at there he go right there. Look at it. Where you finna go, little big head? We finna get ready and go in a minute. Daddy gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna get to the job. Where are you going? Anyway. Oh, okay. I got distracted. But again, they got money for war, and they're taking it out on the poor. Think about it again. Donald Trump has just got $150 billion approval from Congress to continue these illegal wars. And at the same time, he's trying to, you know, make some of the poorest people in America suffer even more by taking them out. Now, again, if you're able-bodied, and you don't have no felonies, you don't have no mental issues, and you can work, I kind of agree with it. But again, you have to look at it. There's a lot of people that's technically going to fall into that category where they're going to be cut off, but these people might have a felony or two on their records that will not allow them to get a decent paying job. They might have some type of mental illness that will not allow them to really hold down a job and effectively, you know what I'm saying, perform the duties of that job. So a lot of these people going to fall into the, you know, they're going to fall victim to this, I say, unjust policy that Donald Trump is implementing. Hey, man, hey, what y'all think about it, man? Again, YouTube won't let me go live. I'm trying to figure out why they won't let me go live on my mobile device because, again, we don't have the laptops and, you know, cameras that a lot of other YouTubers have. We just, you know, all we got is a broke cell phone. And until they let us go live, hey, what's up, Sister La? Until they let us go live on YouTube, you know, we have to get y'all comments in the comment section. So, again, we thank y'all for all y'all support, man. And tell me what y'all think about this. If y'all like this video, hit the thumbs up button. But whether you like our videos or not, please subscribe to our channel so that we can have dialogue. That's the most important thing a person can have, we can have as a society, is dialogue. The reason why I do a lot of these videos, man, is to get people to talking. Because we can't solve problems if we don't talk to each other. And you can't basically try to force somebody to be quiet just because they don't agree with your point of view. So that's the importance of dialogue, and that's why we do what we do at The Real News Behind the News. So again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, man. Most importantly, share our videos, man. And if you can, support us, man, in whatever way you can, whether it be through prayers or you know, maybe you have something that you could donate. Because one of our subscribers is telling me to get a post office box. I'm gonna try to go ahead and take care of that real soon. You know, maybe somebody might have a used camera or something. Or you can always hit the cash out button. Cause we really can use, me and this little big head dude, we really can use a little financial help ourselves. Cause talking about food stamps, I gotta figure out now how I'm gonna feed him the next week. So, you know, it's real out here, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all be blessed.